I'm going to hit record on my Audacity. I'm going to use the good one, Mr.
I'm also using I've been using the good one for a while now.
Yeah, you never mind.
Are you maybe?
I know you've been using the good one for a while now. Maybe I should get a pop filter. Maybe that's what I need.
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
Put yes in the comments if you think Troy needs a pop filter.
What? Jackson, we haven't started.
Troy, that was the supposable intro attempt.
I know that was your intro attempt. Why do I keep picking this up every time we start?
You need to put it back on your shelf.
What shelf?
The one that it belongs on. Also, for those watching, I'm not naked. I'm actually wearing one of them weird skin color shirts. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Average Bike Podcast.
Okay. I was going to say Jackson.
I'm Jackson.
So firstly,
I'm Jackson.
Firstly, that's Jackson.
I'm Jackson.
That's Jackson.
I'm Jackson.
He's Jackson. He's over there. He's on that side. No. Okay. Okay. This. You've rushed me into this. And I don't know how to react.
Nah. What a fact.
I was going to take my time, and I was going to say, you didn't tell me what the subject was in advance.
Oh, but that's the fun part.
Also,
it's pretty easy though.
Terrible way to start the episode.
Great start. I'm Jackson,
and I'm still trying to get my mic to work.
I'm Jackson.
That's Jackson.
He's Troy.
He's Jackson.
That's Troy over there.
I'm Jackson.
Pretend you're watching a video format thing. To your left of the screen is Troy.
As far as I'm concerned, we're both pointing in the same
right
direction.
It's Jackson.
And he's over there, and I'm over there.
And he's the sheriff.
He's the sheriff.
Yes.
Why can't I get this mic right? Oh goodness me!
Troy spends $300+ on a microphone and can't figure out how to use it properly. Yep.
I shouldn't have changed the setting. Maybe I don't know. I was listening to the latest episode, and I was this was my hand the whole time, just on the dial, putting it down. It's too loud. Put it down. Oh, it's too quiet. Put it up.
Just stick to one setting per episode, and then if you don't like it, then the next episode we record it with a different setting. If you don't like that...
Do I just have to quickly edit the audio? Because it takes me about 2 minutes to go add a limiter to denoise, and then I send it off to you, and you're always like, that's brilliant. That's really good audio there, Troy. Meanwhile, you're like, oh, my audio is terrible.
No, because my audio last episode was when it was very ear-rapey at the start, remember?
Oh yeah, at the start, maybe.
Breaking news, and the flame in my sound capture was.
There was one moment. That was barely anything, and you edited. You put that down. You edited that. I know you did.
Troy, when you're the producer of the show,
you put the volume down with that.
Yes, exactly. When you're the producer of the show, you have such power.
Well, then give me the power to produce the show, because frankly, I'm a bit disappointed.
I mean, you know what? You actually could. You really could.
I've been saying, why don't you let me do it sometimes? I'll tell you what I'd actually do, right? First thing I'd do is I'd find the bits where we're like, oh, we'll cut this out, and I will, you know what?
You will actually cut it out.
I will actually cut it out. Literally 2 minutes of just dead silence.
But that's our bit. Troy, that's our bit.
I could do. It's not a bit.
Troy, Jackson, put this in editing. Make sure you cut this part out.
Too much.
Yes, you could say it's a bit of a fail, which is what this topic will be, but we'll get to that.
Is that the topic? Is it
epic fails?
Epic fails. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You'll remember when I tell you the stories that made me brought up this topic. But highlights of the week.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to?
You go first.
Well, you better have a good one because I've got a really cruddy one.
Sure.
So today I finished work at 4 o'clock.
Oh, congratulations!
So I know it was late.
Congratulations! How do you do it?
Do you know how I did it?
You did more than you needed to.
No, I sat in my car for 2 hours and did nothing.
Oh wow! Because you had to.
Because I had to wait for the plasterer to get to the job site to remove some plaster off a wall, because it was in the way of it was on the floor in the way. Mm-hmm. And the builder had rocked up in the morning, and I'm thinking he could just give me a hand. We could just move it. We just cut it up to pieces and move it. It's like 7 meter long plaster, so 7x2. Yep. So it's you can't move it on your own without cutting it with something, right?
Yep.
And he goes, oh no, because they're going to install it. They're going to install it outside, right? I realized two things, right? The bit where he thought they were going to install it is on the outside of the house. I thought he meant the garage. I'm pretty sure he said garage, but it was on the outside of the house. You don't put plaster on the outside.
Not
you put
normally,
cement sheeting.
no.
Yeah, so you put cement sheeting. Unless it's a sealed area, it's generally speaking water resistant. It's cement sheeting. So I think the builder got that wrong. The second thing is the plasterer was supposed to rock up between 11 and 12, and I was like, that's perfect. I'll have the first townhouse done because it's 2 units next door to each other. They're wall to wall. I'll have the first one done, and I'll have the grinding done in the second one as well, so I can just, once they rock up and move the plaster, I can start pouring. Well, it gets to 12:15, and I've just finished the first unit. Nobody's rocked up. And the builder said, if nobody rocks up by 12, give me a call. So I've tried giving him a call, couldn't get onto him, so I've called my bosses, explained the situation to them. They've tried calling him. He's gotten back to them, and he said, oh, yeah, he's going to be there in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 minutes later, I call him up, can't get onto him. My bosses can't get onto him. Oh, just wait around for half an hour or so. That half an hour turned into another hour and a half.
Oh, jeez.
So, and he finally rocks up, and he just cuts the plaster into 3 sheets and carries them out. Or I give him a hand carrying them out. And I'm thinking to myself, I could have done this at any point today.
Yes, you could have used your brains and your initiative, Troy. That's an epic fail.
What are you talking about? I said to the builder, why don't we just cut it up and move it? And he goes, no, the guy's going to install it.
Oh, did he install it though?
No, he just cut it up and threw it out.
Oh, okay.
Or threw it into the garage. And I'm thinking to myself,
I can't believe
that's
this.
why I'm like, I could have done this the whole time. Because that's what I usually do. If I see a big bunch of plaster around, right, I have a look around the house and I go, is there any area that needs to be plastered? No. Okay, I'm just going to cut it up and throw it out the back.
Okay.
It would have taken me probably 5 minutes to cut it up and throw it out the back.
Fair enough.
Because it was right next to the back door too.
You know what? I'd hate to know what your low light was.
I hate doing the right thing. I hate doing the right thing.
Fair enough.
And that wasn't. And the start of the day, I had to go to someone else's job to fix his mistake because the screen was peeling off. Because the guy makes his screen too wet, and there was paint on the floor, which is double trouble.
Yep.
So when the installers rocked up, they bashed it with a hammer and it broke apart.
Oh, good. That's what you want.
So because he was sick the other day, and now his car's broken down, he couldn't do it. So I had to do the job. Yes.
What a shame.
It was quite weird. His car was he was sick, and then the next day his car broke down. It's almost his car was getting serviced. And it's like how did you get your car serviced if you were sick?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the guy just took a sick day so his car could get serviced.
Possibly. That's easier, yeah.
But it turned out there was more wrong with it, so he's apparently not going to get it until Wednesday, so he's been off for like a week and a half. Or he's going to get a week.
Hope he's not working too hard.
Yeah. So now I've got to do some of the jobs that... most of my jobs have been given to other people, and I'm doing his jobs because... And a couple of... I'm doing all the ones that are important, all the booked date ones, rather than the ones where you can just show up at any point.
I thought your highlight would have been finding your shiny Pachirisu for you.
Why would that be a highlight?
Because it's a lot boring. It's not more exciting.
It's a 1 in 4 chance on your hacked.
It's not hacked.
It's diamond.
It's a perfect legit game. There's no cheat codes. It's just the cute charm shiny glitch.
Hacked hacker.
It's not a dirty hacker, mate. I tell you what, not a dirty hacker.
But do you feel good getting shiny every 4 Pokemon?
It kind of gets annoying, to be honest. First, you didn't see what Troy just did.
I wonder why it's annoying.
Yeah, no, because the animation takes longer.
It's almost like a 1 in 2,000 chance, or 1 in 4,000 chance, or 1 in 21 chance. It doesn't really make it worth it anymore. It's almost like
it loses its value.
It's almost like it's not real shiny hunting. I remember when I first encountered my first shiny. I went through 3, 4, 5 Pokemon games before I encountered one.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I told you it was a Zubat.
Oh, that's right.
Of course it was a Zubat. If you're going to encounter
anything,
shiny, it's going to be a Zubat or a Pidgey.
If you ask me, it'd be a Rattata, because my first shiny hunting game was Let's Go, and the common shinies would be Rattata or Chansey.
Oh, I just remembered what my second shiny was.
Go on.
What's it called? It's that metal psychic Pokemon.
Oh, Metagross, Beldum, Metagross, Metang.
Which has got a pretty cool form, which is the shiny, the silver form.
Yeah, Metagross.
But yeah, that was my second one.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
Which you get given the Pokemon in the game, so I got lucky there.
Yeah, fair enough. My highlight of the week, I've got a few. Getting sick.
Oh, do you?
Getting sick was one.
Wow, what a highlight.
Learning that you can't have soup more than 4 times in a week.
What do you mean you can't have soup more than 4
The same
times?
soup?
Why not? What? Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, you can, but it's after a while, it's like the wife doesn't get happy about it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, is she having every day of the week?
Almost.
Well, then no. Well, yeah, of course, she's not going to be happy with it. She doesn't want soup for 5 days a week.
I know, that's my fault. But it's a highlight.
You made apple soup, didn't you?
No.
You
Pumpkin
had to
soup.
puree your apple pie to make apple soup.
And I got my flu shot today.
Oh,
Bit late,
right.
but I got it.
You got
Probably could have helped.
You had the flu yesterday though. You've had the flu all week.
Yes, it's Wednesday.
It's not how Jackson getting a flu shot.
I know it's not like taking medicine. I know.
It better. It doesn't make the flu better.
I know, but at least now I've got it, which is kind of funny though because usually my work's like make sure you have the flu shot before you go to any aged care sites. I've been going to quite a lot of aged care sites and not had my this year's.
You don't need the flu shot.
No, it's a recommendation for the aged care sites that we work at.
Why?
Because they want to protect the elderly from getting sick.
Oh, from you.
From me, not the sickness, the me.
But if you're sick...
Yes.
But if you're sick, you don't go to work.
Well, that's true, but that's just another thing, just in case.
What kind of idiot gets the flu and is like, I'm definitely going to...
I need to go to an aged care unit right now.
I need to go to an aged care unit. Yeah, you know what I can really go for?
Where are them old people at?
Spitting on old people.
Sure.
Oh, okay. You get chucked out. Honestly, you rock up to an aged care site going... They'd probably kick you out or give you a mask.
Probably. Oh, well, they'll probably give you... Actually, no, they have to give you a mask because, yeah, you're not...
Whenever I catch the flu, and it happens very rarely, like every couple of years, I genuinely just kind of feel really crappy for a day, and I feel it coming on. I'm like, I feel absolutely exhausted.
You see, that used to be me too, but this one's lasted longer.
I'm not going to work tomorrow, and then I go, I'm not going to work for the next 3 days.
Mm. Well, then I
take 3 days off.
This is the strongest I've had it in a while, though. So.
Or a week if I'm still sick.
I mean, yeah. But anyway. It was
What else am I going to use those sick days for?
Yeah, not being sick.
Yeah, exactly. maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm not as long-winded as your highlight, but yeah, I'm getting better though. I feel a bit better.
I just sat in my car for 2 hours.
Poor bugger.
I didn't even enjoy it. I started watching Markiplier's Five Nights at Freddy's Ruined videos.
Oh, okay.
It's the latest snap.
Yeah, I know.
Or update.
It's Breach, isn't it?
That's the game, but they did a DLC or update or thing. Okay. So there's a new game inside the old game.
Okay.
Where I think
they're just game within a game.
Well, to be honest, I'll find out. I'll find out once I watch his videos.
I haven't been watching.
I can't be bothered doing the playing the game myself.
Yeah, that's what everyone watches YouTubers for. I think that's the problem. That's the problem with Zelda, like Zelda games. Like I've watched other people play it more than anything, and it's kind of like, well, I've watched people play. I don't really need to play it myself.
No, it's Zelda's different experience because you don't play Zelda necessarily for the storyline.
No, you play for
you do that, but for example, like Five Nights at Freddy's, people play for the jump scares and the storyline, which you can get from a video, and it's more entertaining with a person. But and other games, like for example, I downloaded the first Amnesia because I want to play that at some point, and maybe I'll even make a video about that. But I specifically want to play the game because I don't actually remember the storyline from it or how the game goes because it's been ages. I don't think I ever watched Markiplier's proper playthrough of it, or anyone else's for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's just because I feel like the main thing is with YouTubers, like when Let's Players or whatever, they get sponsored by game producers like Ubisoft. Like they sponsor Jacksepticeye playing, I don't know, bloody what's that hacking game?
I don't know, but they don't enjoy. They do it. You can tell they really just do it for the money. They do not enjoy playing a game where they've been paid to do it.
Yeah, you can tell.
Look
at this fake energy I don't have.
For those For those who want to know why I'm playing this,
What are you? You trying to do an Irish accent?
I was trying to do a Scottish accent.
Irish or Scottish?
I am sponsored by Overshaft.
Overshaft?
Overshaft.
Overshaft. You sound like you said Overshaft.
Overshaft. And
In the parallel universe, it's not called Ubisoft. It's called.
They're only paying me $50 an hour, and I can only get about 3 hours worth of gameplay on this.
I get this game at like 3 stars out of 10. 3 stars out of 10. Need to work on that graphics.
I need to start playing more video games with an accent.
Sorry to them Irish people out there. I love you guys.
Jackson, I've just figured out the premise for my YouTube channel.
What's...
It's an Australian guy playing video games, but he does different accents every game.
Well, that's me basically, except I don't upload them. I just do it in my head. No more streams.
So I'm going to let you know a little secret.
Oh, you got to know a little secret.
The voices in your head, they're not accents.
No, that's right.
They're other people.
That's right. I got the multiple entities in my head.
Multiple personality disorder, Jackson.
Yes, I do have MPD.
Jackson, you're there?
Metro Police Department,
Jackson?
yes.
Jackson, come back.
Okay, hold on.
Don't give in to the voices.
People, people,
Right,
people.
I'm going to stop.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I am co-host of the Average Blokes podcast.
That's why I stopped doing the voice.
Yes, you did. Good
You
timing,
robot
good
me,
timing.
are you? What's your bloody highlight again? You're sick.
Sick, kind of pumpkin soup more than 5 times a week, and...
You can't, or your wife can't?
No, I shouldn't. Learning that I shouldn't. Well, what's my third?
Or
I had
your
3.
wife shouldn't. Why have I not
flu
had
shot.
my thing off the whole time?
Very memorable highlight, flu shot.
Sorry, what was the third one?
Flu shot.
Oh, real. Okay.
Well, look, yours highlight was waiting 2 hours in a car for a plasterer.
Yeah, exactly. It was a pain in the ass. Yours was just, oh yeah, I'm sick. I can't eat pumpkin soup, and I got shot with a needle.
Yes, there was
Jackson,
shots fired.
All 3 of those things
in my
could
arm.
be part of the same highlight. All right, you could be sick, and so you have to have nice warm pumpkin soup, and you got the shot because you had to go to the doctors.
Well, no, because the reason I went to the doctors was I had to get a medical certificate. And while the nurse was checking up me, she checked my blood pressure, asked me a few questions, like if I'm a drinker or smoker, which I'm not. And then...
Yeah, I did the same thing today.
Oh, yeah, so you had doctor...
We
yeah,
made it.
That's right.
I made it.
Oh, you made it.
Because so Courtney's going to get a blood test, and I'm going to get a blood test, and she's going to get checked to see if she has gotten this particular... if she's gotten this shot before for some sort of disease, but she needs to get checked with the blood test to see if she's got low antiviral or whatever, or whatever the thing that
immune system stuff. Right?
Yes, immune system, but the things that attack the viruses.
The white blood cells, red blood cells,
antibodies.
Oh, antibodies.
She's got to check see if she's got a higher dosage of the antibodies for this particular virus, and if she doesn't, she'll have to get another shot.
Yep.
What is it called? I never got one. A booster. She'll have to get a booster, and if she gets the booster, she can't get her anti.
Histamines.
No. I'm going to call it no baby. I'm going to call it the no baby thing.
Yes. Okay.
She can't get she can't get that taken out until 3 months after the shot has. Because she doesn't want to get pregnant at that point.
Fair enough then. Fair enough.
But I got my blood pressure checked in Courtney's, and I went, here we go again, because every time I get my blood pressure checked, I have to do it 3 times, because for some reason, it stresses me out having the thing grab onto me and squeeze.
It's perfectly fine.
I don't know why. It's just an invalid.
It's not gonna flame and cut your arm off.
I'm not worried about it. I just get nervous for some reason. Because I keep thinking I'm going to have high blood pressure, and because I think I got high blood pressure, my blood pressure goes up.
You're not getting interrogated. It's just they wrap the thing around your arm, squeeze it to bits, and then let go.
Look, Jackson, I'm not the one who controls it, okay? I just
that is true.
Get excited. I get a bit excited when I get this thing on my arm.
You can't get excited from that.
I have to sit there and I have to go...
How's the I love the rush afterwards, though. Like, after they release it, you just feel your blood go back down your arm. And it kind of tingles a little bit in your fingers.
Mine was turning red.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That'll happen.
Because I touched the thing, because it was popping up, I apparently caused an error, and I was just trying to strap it back down.
That's not your job, Troy. Your job is to sit there, be a good patient, and just take it like a man.
But my blood pressure is like at 150 something, 56, and then after she checked it the second time after I calmed down,
Yes.
it was like 143 or something. So it went down by about 10.
You need to calm down, Troy.
There's no particular reason. It just happens. Do you know why it happens?
Why?
It's because the first time I did it, I was nervous, right? And the doctor went, "Whoa!" He literally looked at it and went, "Whoa!" And he looks at me and goes, "I just calm. Are you a bit nervous?" And I go, "Yeah, I guess." And he goes, "All right, just breathe and calm down a little."
Why do I get this image in my head that it's like an exam test? You're sitting there. I didn't study for this. And they stop you. Go. Oh no! What the
Legit, this happened like 6 years ago. I get a blood test for. No, I get just a checkup, just a general checkup because of something. He goes, "All right, I'll test your blood or do blood pressure." He looks at me. He's like, "Whoa!"
Oh, that's so funny.
I reckon what's happening, right, is I've actually got high blood pressure, and then they get me to just kind of breathe, like try and lower it, and then it lowers a little, and then I go, yeah, he's good. Even though it's high, it's going back down, so it'll probably actually be lower.
Yeah, you know what they need? They need to get like a lollipop thing for you after when you've done your blood pressure.
Oh, that won't help. I'll just throw it in the bin. Don't treat me like a child.
I think they might have to though, by the sound of it.
Jackson, I'm not exactly. It just happens.
I know.
I don't feel nervous or anything.
I know. It's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't help that they strap it up, tighten up, and they go, "Oh."
It's just a funny scenario.
And then they do it again.
Yeah.
And then they do it a third time. They're like, "Oh, could you just relax a little."
It's
I am relaxed. You're making me unrelaxed.
It reminds me when my sisters came over for my daughter's birthday and we were taking photos on the couch.
Jackson,
and my sister's like, "Relax your face!
Jackson.
Relax your face! Relax your face! Your face is not relaxed. Just relax." I'm like, how?
I remember that. She was actually touching it too.
That's fine though. Couldn't care less if she was touching me. It was just.
I just found it so funny. She's going, "Relax your face, relax your face." Your mum walks over. Jackson.
This again. Yes.
There you go. That's our bit, Jackson.
Yeah. Troy.
It's like saying Jackson.
Troy, what are you doing? Do the washing for something. I don't know.
Alright, so there was your highlight. That was good. That was a good highlight.
Top 10 highlight.
I want to get through this ASAP because I'm tired. I need to sleep.
Okay, okay, alright then. So our topics. Well, my topic that I'm bringing up for us, unless you had another one yourself, but it's fine. We can go in tangents with this one.
Well, I was going to say, my topic is cats. What are cats? Is this a cat?
Troy, do you remember the time you used it as a machine gun?
Yes, I do remember the time I used it.
Is it loaded?
I don't want to do it to her. I think she's sick.
Oh.
She was purring earlier. She doesn't purr very often, but she was purring like very loud for her.
I know you said purr, but to me, for some reason, it sounded like you said perv.
She was perving.
She's a cat.
She was perving on my lap.
Yes.
It's very awkward.
Okay, no, so yes, fails, right?
Is this a cat?
No.
Okay, fail.
That's not a cat.
I guess, Jackson, I was just trying to help you on by failing.
It's okay, no worries. Okay, fails. Okay, so everyone's favorite website, X. Do you not know what X is?
Are you talking about any sort of porn site?
No,
because you need 3 X's.
No,
there.
this is X.
What's X?
Twitter.
Is it just insert? Why are you saying X?
It's Twitter. Twitter is called X.
Have you? Did they change the name?
Supposedly, they've tried. But they have. Not actually sure what's going on, but when you know Twitter, there's an X up the top left.
It reminds me of a video I watched.
How do I say things that make you remind you of things out of nowhere?
Okay, well, let me explain. This animated video, this guy does.
Yes.
It shows Elon Musk with a big computer that's like Twitter, and it's talking to him, and it goes, it's playing this dramatic music, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Elon. If only we had more power."
Oh.
And it like said system shutting down.
Yeah.
And then he does all this strap stuff, plugs a Tesla battery to it, and then connects it to his crotch. and the computer's like, "No, Elon, what are you doing?" And he goes, "No, it's too much." And it starts like the power bar goes up, and it's like, "It's too much power.
Can't take it anymore."
And it's like too much. It's got too much small dick energy.
Oh. That's good.
And then he blows up in the computer, and he's like, "Ah!" The computer blows up and he blows up.
So it's kind of funny because now you got me on a tangent already this early, but I'm happy. A lot of people universally hate Elon Musk for what he's trying to do to Twitter.
What's he trying to do to Twitter?
I don't really know, but it's all funny. Japanese Twitter also shared this hatred for Elon Musk.
Japanese Twitter hates Elon Musk.
Well, Japanese people on Twitter hate Elon.
Elon.
So I've seen people do Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom where they make, like, they did writing, and when Link goes up to the air, they look down, there's a message, and it says, I hate Elon Musk. And that was a Japanese person who posted that on Twitter. And another person...
And then he went, yeah.
Yes, word for word. He went, yeah. That one, last one did sound like him. But anyway. And then another recent one I saw...
Terrible.
Someone took a picture of Elon, and then they took parts of his face, took parts of his picture face, and they turned it into a car.
I can imagine that. So it was like a weird, like, the movie Cars? It was like a weird car face?
Yes, basically.
But it was like a human, it was like human skin-coloured car.
Basically. And he had his face into a car.
And big eyes. Okay, but why did they do that?
Because they wanted to bloody, poke fun at him.
Okay, well, I think someone like Elon Musk gets poked fun at.
I'm going to be right back again because this time, and I will edit this.
That's perfect time because I need to go to the bathroom. That's why, I will be back in 5 minutes too.
Okay, so 26 minutes. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
I think I'm getting sick.
Gee, Troy, I can't think why.
So, Jackson, quick question. When you got sick, did you have any bowel issues?
No.
So you no diarrhea?
Nope.
Okay, well then I haven't caught what you've got.
Nope. I didn't. Right.
I might have to leave in another 10 minutes. Like 2 minutes.
So yeah, a lot of Japanese people hate Elon, but yeah, I guess it's just kind of funny to see that. Yeah, other.
Okay, but why? You haven't explained to me the why. You've explained to me the who, but not the why.
Why they hate him?
Why everyone's hating him?
Well, because of the fact he's trying to change the way people view free speech, and because I think he was thinking Twitter was either getting too far left or too far right, if that makes sense.
Explain.
I don't want to explain it because it's boring.
Everyone thinks Twitter's too far left, and everyone thinks Twitter's too far right. That's the point of it.
Yeah, okay. So,
like that, of course you're going to think that. There's people posting all sorts of far right crap on it, and people posting all sorts of LGBTQIP stuff.
Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger boy.
I'm not shooting you. I'm shooting those people. I'm shooting those people.
Okay.
But the question is, which group am I shooting?
All of them, no. So, back to what we were trying to get onto.
Am I shooting the Nazis or am I shooting the gays?
I mean, I'm not
shooting either.
I'm not paying you to shoot either. Just disclaimer, yes.
You couldn't pay me to shoot either of them.
I have no bullets. We're in Australia. We have no guns, remember?
Jackson, I'm a libertarian, okay?
Oh, good for you. I'm a librarian.
I believe in individual freedoms.
Well, I'm a librarian, which is different, but,
Which is why I probably shouldn't be in this country, but hey, what are you going to do?
Not boot you out of your own country.
That's right. You're not going to.
Twitter! Okay, Twitter. It fails.
I don't start again. Don't start again. Don't start again. Tell me the why.
I don't want to tell you why anymore.
What is... Because you're saying, people hate Elon Musk because he's doing this to... He's making Twitter about free speech.
No, it's I don't know. It's just the fact that
He's changing the free speech on Twitter.
So that
What's he doing?
okay, this is early on. Early
I don't
days.
actually have Twitter, and I don't care about Twitter.
I mean,
so
I don't really care either. But like, it was just funny because like, he implemented restrictions about how many posts you could view a day. If you paid,
What?
if you
That's
paid,
dumb.
no, yeah. Well, this is the thing. If you paid subscription, which is $8 a month, or it might be more than that now.
Yeah,
You can view like up to 10,000, 100,000 posts, whatever it is. But if you had it free, you can only view like 100 posts or whatever it was per day. And so on top of that, it was kind of like enforcing you to pay the subscription. And then when you get a subscription, not only do you pay the subscription, you get a tick, a blue authentic tick saying that yes, you
I know
are a
about
member.
that. Yeah,
So,
what's wrong with that?
well, back in the day, to earn that blue tick, you actually had to earn it. Instead of now, you can just pay for it.
But they'd give it to almost anyone, though.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But now you can pay for it.
All you had to do was verify that you were who you said you were on Twitter.
Yes, basically. I guess.
All you had to do was prove you were you. The whole reason why it existed originally was to say that, yes, this is Shaquille O'Neal on Twitter.
This is LeBron James.
I know I'm a short white guy, but I actually am the real Shaquille O'Neal.
Goodness me. All right. So the reason why I brought up Twitter, watched the video on there, and I can't remember the name of. I think it was called Morbid History. I think the channel was the account was called.
Do. Yes.
And then there was a video of this skydiver, and he looked quite. It was old grain footage, but basically there was an experienced skydiver, 40-odd plus years or whatever it was of skydiving experience. He had first time he was using a camcorder or a video recorder. And him and his mates were ready to go. They were souped up, ready to go, and out they jumped.
Was it actually the first time he used
I think it was. I think so.
Oh no!
I think so. I can't remember directly, but yeah, there's an old. It was in California. This is like in 1980s somewhere. Yeah, this guy of 40 years experience. They jumped. There's the camera. You can watch the footage.
Did you say 4 or 40?
40 years. 40.
Okay, 40,
I think it was 40.
yes.
I can't. Or maybe 40 years old. I can't remember. Something to do with 40. Anyway.
Okay, anyway.
He jumped out and you can see the footage. Oh, yep, this is a good jump. Yep. All right, you can see the other guys. Yep, they're all free falling, all good. Then the people he's watching, they pull the parachute. I goes, oh yeah, I should pull my parachute. Oh shit, no parachute.
Oh no.
Yeah. And so I'm like, wow, that sucks. I mean, he's experienced, yeah, but like the fact he somehow forgot his parachute just because he was holding the camera recorder. It's like you've gone through all that time of all your life, doing so many base jumps out of all air, free falls, whatever, and then you forgot your parachute. So
it can happen.
Yeah,
sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget your keys.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose your hammer. Like I left mine at the job site. I think yesterday or today. Oh no, it was yesterday.
You left your hammer at a site.
It's like the 4th hammer I've lost. Keep buying new ones.
That's so funny.
Don't even use it very often. That's why I keep losing it.
Unless you're not falling 8,000 meters above sea level to your death, I guess that's a bit different, but still, yeah. So like I kind of when I first read the I laughed a little bit, I have to admit, but then I'm like, damn, it's a costly fail.
I laughed a little. You are morbid.
Yes.
That was so. Oh man, no, that's still funny.
Learn to die tragically better next time or something. I don't know. So
hey,
yeah,
you gotta laugh about it.
Yeah, that's true. You pick yourself back, you walk it off. You laugh about it.
Oh, that was a funny experience. I'm glad we had that together.
I feel like a stronger, better person knowing what just happened to me. If there's anything left of me. So yeah, I was thinking ultimate fails. What have we all failed in doing? And we spoke one about the episode where I test and tagged someone else's equipment. It wasn't costly. It's a mistake.
I wouldn't call that much of a failure.
No,
like it was definitely a mistake.
Yeah,
but failure is kind of trying to do something. Like it's trying to do something and not succeeding at it. You succeeded at test and tagging those tools.
Yeah, no,
you just did it to the wrong tool.
Smashed it out of the park.
Yeah, so it's a mistake. It's not a failure.
Yeah, I guess so.
A mistake would be like I have to go back. Or no, a failure would be I have to go back to a job site and completely redo the house or something, or I have to re-level an area because I have done it wrong. Mm-hmm. So it's both a failure and a mistake. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
like a mistake is pureeing apple pie, pureeing the apple in apple pie.
Not a fail.
But a fail is that the pie burns.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can still eat the pureed apple pie. It just might not be how you wanted it.
I mean, I still viewed that pie.
One you have to throw out.
I still viewed that pie as a foul. It was just a stupid idea.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, cutting up chunks of apple and putting it in a pie is a failure because, again, you can just eat an apple and then have a biscuit with it.
You know, that's true. But yeah, I just thought because there was other things too which I forgot. Oh, so I went through and there was some other fails that I thought about. Two examples of quite similar actually.
Yeah.
There was a 2004, 2007 AFL final series match. And it was,
yes.
It was Sydney versus Richmond, maybe. Oh, actually, no, I don't know the teams. I can't remember the teams, to be honest. I think Sydney was definitely one of them. And at the start of each game in the final series in the AFL, they always do the national anthem of Australia. So they're like, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Australia. And you cut to the players and... For some reason, Akadaka comes over the PA system for like a split second. You hear
yeah, they did a fantastic job of quickly.
It was the
off.
very first.
You see the players smiling.
The very
sitting there like big goofy grin on their faces.
The very first strum of Highway to Hell you hear. That's all you hear, and then that's when the PA realised their mistake that they shouldn't be playing Akadaka, which I mean is pretty Australian. Like when you think about Australia, you think Akadaka, AC/DC for those.
I like the because I know the song Akadaka, but not as well as I know the Linkin Park
song
in the end. Was it in the end that they played before?
For the soccer match. It was numb.
It was numb. That's right.
So in between Ethiopia and Ethiopia, I think it was. No,
I don't know.
Estonia and Malta.
You know exactly what song it is again.
Yeah,
just from like the.
So they were gonna in the international soccer friendly match between Estonia and Malta, I believe it was. They were going to play the Malta or one of the two teams' national anthem, and the opening to Linkin Park song "Numb" started. And then same thing, the players couldn't help but have a little bit of a laugh. But yeah, they were kind of... I don't know why that stuck to me, that one, particularly. I think it's still the song, just like... But yeah, that was just some of the light-hearted entertainment fails that I had come up with. And yeah, Troy's had a fancy upgrade.
Ignore that. I was just.
Troy's brought to you by NVIDIA Broadcast.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, Troy's, this is a great time to be. This is a fail right here.
Not really. I was meant to pull this one up.
Oh, that guy. Hey, why don't you ask that bloke?
Jackson, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to that bloke over there.
Hey, mate, you got any fails?
I still think it's a fail, but anyway, I'm just trying to think of fails. I don't know that many fails, to be honest. I don't fail at anything, really.
Well, think of all the TV shows that you've watched, and like some that have only lasted one season.
I suppose, but I like a lot of the shows I've liked. For example, like people go on and on about what's it called? The show.
A show.
What was it called? No, it was called. They made a whole movie. The movie Serenity is based on the show. I know the movie very well because I watched it and I didn't quite understand the context until I watched the show. What was it called? It was that Star Firefly.
Oh,
there
Firefly.
We go. It was Firefly.
Firefly.
I got there in the end. Yeah, Firefly was considered a failure, but I thought the show was fantastic. I watched the first couple of episodes. I'm like, this is so good, and then it just kind of disappeared. I was like, what? There's only 6 episodes? What's going on here?
There's a lot of
it's so annoying.
There's a lot of TV shows and stuff that could be somewhat called much of a failure.
I can think of a failure. The graphics for Pokemon Scarlet, the FPS rate.
No, don't get into the gamers. I think there's like be a whole list. I mean, yeah, they sold well, but like, yeah, the performance-wise is a bit of a failure.
To be fair, the game, like, I love everything about the game except for that. But I won't go into more detail.
That's fair enough. I
still got to finish the last gym.
Yes, get around to that so I can I don't know.
So you can watch.
I don't know. I was going to talk about something about
you already
Pokemon
made
again.
me a Jackson. What you need to do is instead of making me a sandwich in Pokemon, you need to make me a sandwich in the real world.
You know what? Someone I was talking to.
I want one of Jackson. I want a Jackson classic.
Someone was someone brought the idea.
I'll give it 1 star.
Someone I know back in South Australia also plays Scarlet Violet, and he came with the idea of why don't you make your own favourite Subway sandwich in the game?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just imagining like a Subway ad and it shows like the character doing like the chewing face over the sandwich. Yeah, that's another thing. But I don't get like the sandwiches in the background and then they go to bite thin air and they're like, ah. But they're not actually eating anything. And then they put their head down like it's disgusting.
Yeah, like
and
they're
then
spewing it up. Yeah.
And then it goes, and then they go, yeah. Like, who eats any food like that? Who eats food and goes this, squeezes their face over in disgust and then smiles happily?
The shit from the Paldean region do, obviously.
I guess, yes.
But yeah,
I have questions for Nintendo.
so you really can't think of any bloody fails.
Look, I can, off the top of my head, I was trying to think of fails at work and all that. I don't generally make mistakes at work. Yeah, no, the only closest thing I can think of failure off the top of my head right now is when we were doing pier holes when I was a concreter, so we were filling concrete pier holes for a house slab, like before the slabbing. The concrete truck rocked up and filled one of the holes, and there was no cement mixed in.
Oh,
It was just sand and rock. And you look at it and you're like, oh, that's... Like, we stopped it after they filled it up, and we're looking at it going, oh, that's not concrete, that's just sanded cement. So they screwed up that order.
Alright, since I've had to bloody rely on to old mate Google, I've just searched up some of the funniest well-known fails. Oh
yeah, that's right. There is one thing I can think of. But first I have to call my wife. Courtney! Can you come here for a sec? Just trust me, come here for a sec.
That's so funny. It's my attempts of calling my wife here.
I'll show you fails and then I call my wife.
I'll say the other bloke said it.
Where's that book, the Darwin one? The one we got from our holiday. It's on. Oh yeah, you can see that.
That's right, I'll edit and post.
Okay, you can walk in.
I'll actually
Jackson
edit. I'll edit it. I'll have to edit it.
Could you? That opened up perfectly for her, didn't it?
Yeah, there's like another human there. This is like human.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't see much.
Cameras all over the place. Get away, man! Get away!
He's just standing there watching. Did you figure out the book name in the end?
It's called the Darwin Award book.
Is that why you wanted your wife?
Yes, because she wins Darwin. Do you know what a Darwin Award is?
Yes, it's something to do with a bloody... It's an award to something. I can't remember what it is, but I know it's an award type.
I mean, yes, but do you know what type of award it is?
Or it's something to do with authors or something?
No, it's the Darwin Awards second unnatural selection.
Because it's based on old mate the bloody... What was his name? The guy who discovered gravity, who got hit in the head by an apple on the tree. Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin.
I think
yes,
it's based on,
yes.
Isn't it based on him?
That's right. Charles Darwin.
Isn't that?
Thought of gravity.
No, he discovered it because an apple fell in his head. Search it up.
I don't know. Jackson thinks Charles Darwin invented gravity.
He didn't invent it. He discovered it.
He discovered gravity.
Didn't he?
No,
the theory or something?
No, he did. I think Einstein was the theory of relativity. What did Darwin do, Courtney? I think he was just a famous scientist.
Charles, what?
The theory of evolution.
Charles...
That's right.
Oh, evolution.
I was about to say I was thinking of relativity, but that was Einstein again.
Who was the guy?
Yeah, he invented the theory of evolution. Charles Darwin, evolution. The guy who invented gravity was Theus or Athias. I can't pronounce his name.
Who was the guy that had an apple fall in his head? Isaac Newton.
Newton, that's right. I was completely off.
Isaac Newton came up with the law of gravity.
Anyway, they're called Darwin Awards because it's so Darwinism is based on evolution of the fittest, right?
Yes, that's right.
So let me ask you a question: if 20 people jump off a cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say a bunch of guys, they want to get with this attractive woman, right? But they all have to jump off a cliff to get with the woman. Who do you think's going to get with the woman?
The guy who doesn't jump off the cliff?
No, well, yes, probably, but they all have to jump off the cliff. Guess who gets with the woman? Take a guess. It's very easy.
The second last one or the first one, I don't know.
The last guy. The last guy, because he lands on top of the bodies of everyone else.
Of course he does.
Yeah. So the idea of Darwin Awards is people doing stupid stuff.
Oh, okay, that's brilliant.
And failing. And this is an entire 100 and 200 and something page book of just Darwin Awards.
That's brilliant.
So I could even read. We could do a whole podcast just on this book alone.
Okay, sure.
So here's an honourable mention.
Honourable mention. Okay.
Core light and ultraviolet light, right?
Right.
Confirmed by Darwin.
Himself.
Okay, 13th of September 2000, Indiana.
Ah, yes.
An addict of an unidentified Layford pilot. Hold on. The antics of an unidentified Layford pilot are surely a source of private. I can't be bothered with this.
That's a great prime example, Troy.
During his flight by night, just cut this bit, Jackson. You'll find a good one.
Okay, fine. You know what I'm going to do though. Now that you mentioned a thing.
All right, here we go. Darwin Award rapping on Heaven's Door. All right, 28th of February 2000, Ohio. Some artists bleed for their creative work, but usually not literally. That standard changed when gangster rap video artist put his final effort into his project and shot himself in the head while the cameras rolled.
I've just found a bunch of the best Darwin Awards. Keep going.
24-year-old Robert was creating the 10-minute video at his apartment with two colleagues. On camera, Robert reached for his .22 caliber handgun, swung the muzzle of the gun to his temple, and fired the gun. Police were summoned to the scene by complaints from the neighbours who objected to the loud music and violent shouting. Robert died in a coma at Ohio State Hospital, University Medical Center.
Okay.
So the guy shot himself in the head doing a rap video.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So there's a fail.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of these Darwin ones do involve death.
Yeah, the one I'm about to read also does, but it's kind of ironic and funny. So, Iraqi terrorist Kai Ranajat decided to send out a letter bomb in 2000. I think
that's in this too.
Not being the brightest of sparks, he forgot to put enough postage stamps on the letter, meaning it came back to the return to sender address. Kai was happy to receive some post that he ripped it open. His career in terrorism ended right there.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Two men steal a plane after a drunken bender and it didn't end well. We're constantly told not to drink and drive, but drinking and flying? No, it doesn't work out well either, as two Canadian men discovered in 1996 after a weekend of boozing when they flew their stolen plane into some power lines.
Okay, I got another one here. Hornet Challenge.
Okay.
On the 27th of July, so just a couple of days after my birthday, in the 2000s Cambodia, a motorcycle taxi driver in wherever challenged his neighbour to stand beneath a hornet's nest while the two men pelted it with stones. The 53-year-old neighbour should have known better, but he had a local reputation as a strong man to uphold. He stood beneath the nest and the pelting commenced. The men endured pain of countless stinging hornets before expiring from toxic injections. Apparently he was not as strong as he thought.
Oh, goodness me. Bulletproof glass isn't idiot-proof. This one is a classic case of, check this out, guys. High-flying lawyer Gary Hoy loved telling his buddies that the windows in his Toronto office were bulletproof and unbreakable. One day he decided to prove his theory by running into one at full pace. The shocked clients could only watch as Gary crashed through the unbreakable windows and ended up on the pavement 24 floors below. Ouch.
Oh no. Alright. I'm trying to find short ones here. Because they're all a good paragraph long.
Yeah. Francis Bacon was an influential statesman, philosopher, writer, and scientist in the 16th century. He died while stuffing snow into a chicken. He had been struck by the notion that snow instead of salt might be used to preserve meat.
He got cool. He likes his chicken undone, unwell done.
To test his theory, he stood outside in the snow and attempted to stuff the bird. The chicken didn't freeze, but Bacon did.
Right, we've got here personal account. Working on the railroad, February 2001.
What's with the voice?
Virginia. Several years ago, a brand new locomotive was brought in for repair after it was involved in an accident. While the shop was fixing the fuel tank, a significant amount of diesel fuel spilled on the floor. The foreman assigned 2 shop laborers to clean up the fuel. As they worked, the man began to argue about the flammability of diesel. One had seen a demonstration on Dave Letterman's show the previous night, in which a science teacher extinguished the host's cigar in a jar of diesel fuel. Oh no. The man decided to demonstrate this principle with his co-worker, but he was unable to find a cigar, so he climbed into the cab and retrieved a road flare. He struck the flare and threw it into the pile of fuel. Unfortunately for all concerned, road flares burn much hotter than cigars.
Goodness me.
And the spill was too deep enough to submerge the burning end. The fuel ignited quite easily, and so he shoved the flare into the thing.
Oh no!
He put it into the actual tank.
Oh no! That's the opposite.
Submerged the burning end. The fuel ignited quite easily, and although the workers escaped injury, the locomotive was gutted.
Gutted. So it would have been. Did you know there's 5 requirements for a Darwin award?
Yeah.
The first requirement: nominee must be dead or rendered sterile. The second requirement: astoundingly stupid judgment.
That's why this one was a personal count. It wasn't an actual Darwin award. It says here because they've got here Darwin awards. They've got here. That one said urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got you've got, what are they called? I said honourable mentions.
Yep. Cause of one's own demise. I like this because it says, for example, killing a friend with a hand grenade would not be illegible, but killing oneself while manufacturing a homemade chimney cleaning device from a grenade would be.
What? How would you make a chimney cleaning device out of a grenade?
Well, that's the thing.
How would that even work?
To earn a Darwin award,
bother?
One must have killed oneself or rendered oneself sterile. Merely causing death to a third party is insufficient.
I got one here. Honourable mention. Kaboom.
Brilliant. Okay, go on.
A mobile home in Little Rock was destroyed when a resident used a cigar lighter to peer inside the gasoline can.
Oh no.
It's the same old story about someone was trying to determine whether there was water in the gas can when he discovered that it contained gas. The flammable fumes caught fire and Marcel slung the can onto the floor, splattering gasoline, which ignited and set the residence ablaze. He suffered minor burns on his hand, and the homeowner and her son escaped the blaze, but the family dog did not survive. So that's why it's honourable mention, because they didn't die or anything like that, or get very injured.
That's fair. There's one here that mentions about John Allen Chow, who on his own behalf tried to convert an isolated indigenous group of the North Sentinel Islands to Christianity and was killed by them.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Unfortunately, yes. No, there's a full-on thing. There's a whole documentary on I think is it specifically that guy?
Maybe.
Because there was like 2 or 3 of them. There was one guy, right, who rocked up to one of these islands, as a Christian missionary, right? They chased him around and and he got injured and they almost killed him, but he managed to get off I don't know how, maybe he swam and got picked up. He then went back to it and tried again.
I think this
I'm
might
pretty
be
sure.
It might be him. Yeah.
Did he do it twice? Did he go there twice?
He died in 2018, so it wasn't too long ago. But yeah, I don't know. He must have. He first travelled. Yeah. He first travelled. Oh no, hold on. Maybe not. It is kind of funny. Like, oh, look at these people. They're unhinged. I can convert them. Not. Yeah, so the Darwin Awards. If you want to check out some humour, guys, check out the Darwin Awards.
Darwin Award. Vanity, liposuction, tragedy.
Liposuction.
Where did my mic go?
That's come up a lot recently, actually. A lot of the news.com have been reporting about Aussie women getting boob jobs, and apparently earlier today an Aussie lady died after a boob job the next day.
Yeah, because isn't it poisonous? It can
Probably,
break or something, and it can poison you or something.
Yeah, probably.
Or they put, I don't know, I'm trying to remember. But anyway, David, a 44-year-old Minola?
Sure.
Minola man.
Yeah, that one.
was more desperate to get rid of his flab than most.
Uh-huh.
Why not save money and allow his friend to perform amateur liposuction on him in his garage? In his garage, question mark.
Oh,
They've written a question mark there. As you might guess, using a vacuum for liposuction is not the safest weight loss program. David died in the makeshift medical clinic.
I can't believe it. How?
The victim of lidocaine
Some poisoning?
lidocaine overdose.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone foolish enough to lie back and take the medical ministrations of an unlicensed liposuctionist in his garage workshop deserves to win a Darwin for heedless vanity.
Yes, definitely.
The fake physician apologised to the man's family.
Yeah, that's good that he apologised. That's good. He owned up.
I don't think, therefore I am. Is a little quote underneath.
I like this caption it says here. It says Darwin Awards. Just because it says award doesn't mean you should want one.
Yes, no, you don't want one.
That's really good. Yeah. Alright, I think we'll wrap it up there on that awesomely awesome episode that was totally...
We'll do another one.
Well planned and well thought out.
With more of the book.
Yeah, we'll have to bring it back more Darwin Awards because they are quite something. Yes, Troy can give us a readout in a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Readout. Let me just thank you for watching.
No, that wasn't a cue for you to do an outro in a Scottish accent.
Well, what did you want me to do? Isn't that what you said?
I said no. Next time you can do
an intro.
No, next time you can do a readout of the whole book in the Scottish accent.
I'm not doing the whole book in a Scottish accent. I can barely read anything out loud. Properly.
This is true. You do struggle to read.
I don't struggle to read. I just don't like read. I don't read out loud.
That's fair enough.
Because I got to work out the word. Like I got to work out what tagmare means. Tangmare, Tangmere.
Your guess is as good as mine. Tangmere.
Yeah, well, Tangmare. Flooding problems at Tangmare.
If you're listening to this on speaker, hey Google, define Tragmere. Sorry about that if you are, but...
Alright, I'm ending the episode now, Jackson.
Oh, I can't believe you're ending the episode on me.
I'm done. I'm finished.
Mate, he didn't... Alright, okay. No, I'm going to stop there too. I'm finished. I'm done. Stop.
I'm done. Yes.
I'm stealing your line.
You're learning. Good.
Yeah, check out the socials. See you next week.
Bye, socials.
Check out your socials.
Check out your socials.
Check out your bloody socials, mate.